Welcome to another episode of Everyday Upland. Well, I had to do this one. It's something I was always interested in. I got a comment probably about 2 or 3 episodes ago where I was talking about earnings and yield and stuff like that, and someone brought up the billionaire. As far as I know, he's the only billionaire in the game. I don't know of any other billionaires, know of others that are close in total upics and properties, earnings, and all of that stuff. But this is the guy. So today this guy is Abdullah 86SA. Okay, this is the guy that is the man, the legend in this game. This guy has countless amount of collection, thousands of properties, and makes millions per month. All right, so today I'm just gonna do just a quick talk about him. I'm gonna go through what he owns, how many structures he have, some of the properties, where he has the most properties, and obviously his monthly earnings, which makes it easy for him to be a billionaire. And I'm gonna even talk about how long he was able to accumulate his second billion. His first billion was announced 3 months ago. Him being a hey, what's going on, Upland for Life? What's up? What's up? I'm talking about Abdullah today, man. I had someone leave a comment about him, so I said, you know what, today is the perfect time for me to talk about him because, you know, it's been a couple of episodes since that person made the comment. So yeah, so Abdullah is the man, okay? He's the man that wins pretty much all of the auctions because I believe that auctions in Upland are for guys like him, guys that are in the 200, maybe the 100, definitely the billionaires and up, 100 million and up, um, upics, uh, earnings or net worth to be able to buy some of these properties because the last auction that Upland had was was reserved at 9 million upics. Okay, so like me and probably a lot of you guys watching aren't on this level. I don't know about you guys, but I know I'm definitely nowhere close on this level. But this is the man that everyone has to shadow in order to see what is going on and how many things he has. Like, it's amazing. So, I'm just gonna go through right now and just check to see how many terminals he has, which I don't believe him to own all the terminals because a lot of times I click on terminals and he's not an owner. He usually buys a lot of the larger size properties, a lot of the properties that generate 12, 15, 18, even 20,000. I think I saw one of his that was 25,000 upics per month. And I was just like, wow. And I'm sure there's more because I was suggesting to Upland for Life yesterday about Bel and I'm sure he owns all the largest properties in LA, right? And those are like I think I saw a property he held in Cleveland that was like 100,000. I saw one for 300,000. I wasn't sure because that was pretty early in the game. I saw a property that generates like 300, either 300 or half a million upics per month. And I was just like, wow. And I don't know if Abdullah was the one that owns it, but based on what I'm seeing so far, I don't see him owning any bus terminals, any airport. Because for me, I was saying, oh man, I would love to own an airport because I'm sure that generates a lot of income. But as far as I see right now, Abdullah does not own any of those. Okay. And he has 15,000 properties. So I'm not going to be able to go through all of these properties in the amount of time that I decide to do this video for. But, Abdullah is the guy where we all can say, yeah, this is the guy we got to look to and hopefully learn a few things from the way he operates. But I don't think he's doing as much now. I don't really. The last time I saw him, he was in Queens, and I'm sure he bought a few property, but I don't think he was one of the first guys there because he's making a ton. I'm gonna get to that one next. The amount of UPEX this guy is generating per month. So that's that. All right. So I'm just gonna go there. Let's go structures. Structures are probably millions, okay? Like it will never end. Like the amount of structures he has is tons. Right. I wonder how much spark he has. I wish I could also find that information as well. Okay, the structures goes on forever. Probably I would say 10% of what he owns has structures on it. And that's just being modest and just thinking that, hey, this guy probably, you know, owns a lot of structures, right? I'm just assuming. But look at all the block explorer this individual has. So, someone like him, okay? It's unbelievable. Someone like him, I'm surprised, and I don't think he should. He doesn't need to, but to open a meta venture store, the amount of block, okay, that's it. Okay, that's still a lot of block explorers. He has his own personal one, but he got a lot of them as a director, it seems. Well, not really. Just this, just these ones from here down. All as a director. All says director beside it, right? Wow. Okay, so that's that. Uploads, nothing. Okay, legits. All right, let's see. And he's got a ton as well. So he can easily open a MetaVenture store, sell legits, sell block explorers if he doesn't want to necessarily go from city to city and mint anymore. Like he has so many avenues in where he can generate billions of dollars and continue to be the man in here. So structure ornaments. Okay, see, he's got a lot here. Not oh, that thing got smaller fast. Wow. Yeah, he's got a lot. They're not even gonna load up. Spirits, I know this was a big thing when I started the game. I think this just came out because I started around a Halloween time and I heard about all these spirits. I never really got involved. I didn't know much. But yeah, so he bought up a ton. So he has a lot of assets, a ton of assets. And so 2.2 billion, right? Or 2,259,754,293. This is his net worth in Upland. Amazing. So he's got just the general collection is 47. The next level up, he has 58. He's got 46. I think these ones are exclusives. And then rare, he's got 28. And then ultra exclusives, he's got 7. So his stack before Upland changed the whole chips was just like this all the time. Like you could barely see his Block Explorer with the amount of chips that he had. It's just unbelievable. So now I figured out how to find his earnings, or not earnings, sorry, the total properties that he has. Like it's unbelievable. Let's see, Upland assets has no structures. Yeah, he does. Yeah, this site doesn't give you all the details, but I'm gonna just switch to it right now. So just give me a sec, bear with me, and let me switch to is Abdullah's holdings right now? All his property. So his biggest holdings are in Chicago. All right. He has 4,015 properties in Chicago alone. Okay. And I said the last time I saw him was in Queens. And as far as I see it right here, he doesn't own any properties in Queens. That's really surprising. Because the last time I stumbled on him, he was in Queens, or maybe it was Brooklyn. So he's got 1,638 in Brooklyn, got 89 in San Francisco, 52 in Manhattan, Fresno. Fresno, he has 38. Clevis, which I don't know where that is. Can't see that one. 12. You know, Brooklyn's 1,638. Oakland is what? 30 properties. Piedmont doesn't say he has any there. Staten Island, he's got 58. Bakersfield, he's got 66. Chicago is where he has majority. For 4,015. Cleveland, he has 260. Santa Clara, he has 111. Rutherford, 158. East Rutherford, he has 61. Kansas, he has 647. New Orleans, he got 338. Nashville, he has 108. And the Bronx, he has 315. So I'm assuming altogether he owns more than 8,000 properties. Yes. So I'm assuming altogether those properties should equal to 15,109. That's the approximate amount of properties that he owns. Okay. And as I see it here, so his net worth is 2.2 billion, like I read before, right? His current UPEX balance, which is tiny compared to the amount he earns every month. And these are approximate numbers. These aren't accurate, none whatsoever, because when I search it myself, I do not get accurate information on this website here. But you can tell that Abdullah is busy. He's continuously buying in the game. Okay. He doesn't have a balance. This is not even 10%. This is like I don't even know, point one or point, I don't even know how much percent this is, but this is a tiny percent. It's only 2 million, almost 3 million UPEX. Like, what? That's it. That's all he has. So you know he's buying, right? And he could have bought majority of those properties or a lot of those properties that were released in Chicago, because they just Upland did a new release. And yeah, Chicago, he could have spent a lot of money there. That's why he's down to 2.8 million. Right? And his UP2 is 3.5 million. That's the space he takes up. Like, I would love to see how much on a map this would equate to his UP2, just to see his size of how much he takes up. And this is, I had to leave this for last because this is one of the biggest thing I was asked, and even myself, I wanted to know. And at the time when I first stumbled on him and I was going to do something on him, I didn't at the time know how to find this information, but now I do. I had to go back into someone's video from back in the day of how they did this, and I eventually found that. So he earns 24.8 million UPEX per month. Okay, 24.8 million UPEX. Yeah, he owns a couple in Queens. Yeah, definitely. He does? So how come this thing didn't show? Well, yeah, like I said, this thing is not accurate, so I'm not surprised. I did see him in Queens. That's where I first saw him. Not first, but that's where I just stumbled on him accidentally. And I clicked on him and I was just like, oh man, I got to do a video on Abdullah because Abdullah is the guy right now. Okay, okay. All right. You stumbled on his property. Yeah. And I know his properties are usually one of the larger ones because he has the UPIX that where he can easily afford to buy anything in this game. I don't think anything is out of his reach. Maybe another reason too why he's only down to almost 3 million UPIX is because he was the one that won the last auction that went recently, and he's probably just waiting until the end of the month to collect. Which, all right, let me do a calculation right now to see if my calculator will allow me, because I know I got to turn it sideways. Just give me one sec. Okay, so he earns approximately 6.2 million UPIX a week. So in 1 week's time, he'll be at about 9, 10 million UPIX again. And by the time Vegas comes around, he can just go and scoop up anything. But one thing I can appreciate about Abdullah is that he started way earlier than everybody else. So he did all of his buying very early in the game. So he doesn't really interfere with us, the small guys, which something I really appreciate. It's not like every other property is his. I don't stumble on many of his properties. Upland for Life stumbled on one, and to me, it's a hit and miss. There's so many properties in this game, and some properties are just completely out of most people's reaches, and my reach. Probably that's why he's where he's at. Like he buy those properties that us, the small guys, aren't even going to consider, aren't even going to look at. So at the end of the day, this is the guy right now. Everyone needs to keep their eye on because he's growing. He's gaining billions. He gained a billion UPIX in 3 months. And I'm gonna say it again. He gained a billion UPIX in 3 months. So for the rest of the year, right? This was announced 3 months ago. So let's say we're in June. This was announced in early March, if not the end of February. February, end of February. Yes. Um, and I said at the time when they talked about him, I said, all right, well, it's amazing that he got to the first billion, but I wanted to see how long it would take him to get to the second billion because the first billion is the hardest, right? Once you get that, just like they say about the first million you make, it's the hardest. But once you get that first billion, all the properties that he's accumulated from that from $0 all the way up to 1 billion will generate him another billion in a short amount of time. And it took him 3 months. So in a year, he's going to be making at least 4 billion. That his net worth is going to go from 2.2 to probably 4.8, right? So that will put him at six. That will put him at $7 billion in 1 year. Just saying from today's date, I think is the May 21st to May 21st of next year. All right, he will earn. You'll be at about 7 billion in net worth, and that's incredible, right? Guys like this are the guys that I would love to have a Q&A with him to understand like how were you able to accumulate these types of properties or this many properties, because that means like he was like one of the first guys in the game, right? And and him and all the other guys who were part of the early adopters really held Upland up to the point where it's at where I'm assuming that right now he's probably only going to be buying landmarks and a few properties here and there, and leave the rest for the other players because he's making so much, right? He's making a ton of money right now. So right now he's got in dollars term, he's got approximately 2.2 million or say $2 million in the game right now. Wow, that's incredible. So that's a billionaire you all got to keep your eyes on because he is the man. He's the man that that no one can stop right now. He can crush all of us easily. Okay, easily. So he's the one you got to keep your eye on. Anytime you see this, let me go to it. Anytime you see this lion with a crown, you know who you're around. You know what I mean? I don't mean to rhyme, but that's just what it is. And see, look at all the structures that he has. All right, let's go 200 page. I wonder how much UPX he's got because look, that's a lot of structures. And Knob Hill. Let's see this one. Oh, did it open another one? Oh, yes, it did. Okay. But yeah, he's got a ton of structures too, and a lot of properties. He has properties for sale? Hold on, are you telling me that this guy didn't really mint? Wow. I don't think okay, based on what I'm seeing right now, he didn't really mint a lot of properties. He bought off the secondary market. Wow. So all those people whose properties he's bought, it's incredible because some of the markups on these are not cheap. Like he bought 4 properties from Chelsea or this oh in Chelsea. Like look at the amounts. Wow. Somebody got this property in Manhattan, 5,000 they minted it for and sold it for 104,000. Man, wow. And here's a $30 million. Yeah, I think this was one of the auctions. This one here. Yeah, I remember this one. I think this is from one of the auctions, 30 mil. I remember watching this auction here when he dropped $30 million. It was crazy. Yeah, it was crazy. And then another one for 10 mil. Like, this is nothing for him. Here's another one for 30. It could even be this one. I'm not even sure. Like, look how many he has two $30 million properties. And the awesome part about this, if you look, almost all these properties that we've gone through so far are all some form of a collection. Like, they are not non-collection. Everything is a collection. So that helps as well because it maximize your earning potential. And if majority of his well, you can't maximize on all of them, but majority of the properties that he has are are part of a collection. This is incredible. Oh man, 15,000, 15,000 properties. And as I'm seeing it right now, this guy bought all his properties. Oh, so you have even more in Bronx. Oh, here we go. Okay. As I go through, additional information comes up. So I thought Chicago was the most. No, the Bronx is, then LA, then Brooklyn, right? Queens, Kansas City. Queens, let's see. He has 823 properties. Okay, there you go. You're absolutely right, Upland for Life. He does have properties in Queens. I guess it never loaded up all the information right away, but this is good to see. Wow, it's whew. Wow, it's incredible. Look at this. I don't even think this guy minted anything. He bought every so these 2 pages, he didn't mint zero. He bought all of his properties on the secondhand market. That's incredible. Like, look at this. This person paid 840 for this property, and Abdullah paid 15,000 UPX for it. So, you know what, guys? It's okay to buy some of these large properties or these ridiculous amounts of properties because you have guys in the game that are willing to pay huge markups. Huge. Well, Abdullah, that's nothing for him. Abdullah, if you watch my uh my YouTube channel, go to Cleveland. I have some properties there that I have some ridiculous prices on. If you could do me this favor and buy like 2 or 3 of them, I'm Gadget 914. Search me up, buy all my properties, all the ones that I have for sale in Cleveland. I have some for like 300,000. That should be like nothing for you. Please, man, do it, cause yo, the markup on some of these properties are incredible. And he bought them like they were nothing. Let me see if I can find any more 10 or $30 million purchase. Look at the numbers. This is incredible, guys. Like, this is really incredible. Wow. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, Abdullah, if you ever stumble onto my properties, please just buy them up, man. Ah, ooh-wee. This is nuts. Just looking at this, it's just too many pages to go through. So I'm just gonna do one more page and just end it there because this guy has tons upon tons upon tons of properties that he never minted. It doesn't seem that way. Like I said, this site is not 100% accurate, and this is Upex land. It's not 100% accurate. Like, look at 900 mint price, and he bought it for 15,000 to. Oh man, and he's not selling. Okay, nothing so far. Last 3 pages, he's not selling. Kind of makes me wish I was part of the Brooklyn Open that took part and just got some really good properties and put them up for sale for some ridiculous amounts and just have him buy it because he can afford to. He's making 24 million upics. That's free money per month that he doesn't have to do anything to earn because he's already done it all. Wow. Never bought anything cheap. This is incredible. Well, yeah, guys, this is something that we all have to keep our eye on. I don't think I'll ever get to this level, and I don't really, sorry, have this as a goal, but this is just amazing. This is truly amazing. But yeah, that's all I'm really gonna do on Abdullah because, dude, wow. Whoo, man, and all of his properties are collections. His strategy in the game was to collect, buy as many collections as possible, which makes sense because you can maximize your earnings having them as collections. Because especially if you're buying properties that generate a lot of monthly upics, you put those all in collections, you can generate at least $1 million or $2 million. I mean, UPIX a month. It's not hard to do. All you have to do is get that strategy. Use the strategy of buying all your properties or minting all of, well, you don't know when you mint, but buying all of your properties as a collection. So like this is even tempting me right now. Like I only have one collection. Okay, I mean one rare property. So I'm sorry, three rare properties. So what I could do, each one of these rare properties for like 2 million each, right? Because that will put me over the 10 million UPIX in net worth. So I could put each one of those properties for 2 million each, okay? And hopefully Abdullah will be looking all throughout Queens because he has properties in Queens and stumble on those and purchase all three. You know what? Let me see something. I wonder if I could search that way. Let's see. No, I can't search by. Okay, there's no way to just do Queens. Let's see Queens. Okay, here we go. Queens. Okay, he's only got one. Rockaway. He's only got one. Oh, this just gave me an idea. Abdul. Oh, he's got two. He definitely has three. That's for sure. So yeah, yeah. Oh man, if he didn't, I was gonna put mine up for like 2 million each. Okay, it's the first I'm seeing some that has no collections at all. Oh, and look at that. That's incredible. He bought some under mint price too. Smart man. He got 800. Yeah, but I'm really tempted to do that now to put mine up for that amount for 2 million because he'll buy it. Like, well, I would have to it would sit on the market for probably a week, week and a half for him to generate those upicks and just take those from me. Wow, I'm so tempted to do that right now. Put all three of my I'm gonna check that out right now because I've already collected on them. Let me go in my collections for Queens. Yeah, rare. They're rare. So this could earn me 6 million UPIX right now if Abdullah would buy them from me. And if he does, I can go buy two other conduit ones. Like that wouldn't even be hard to do. Let's go check that out. Look, let's see how much. $200. That's 200,000. I would only pay UPIX, so I could buy that for 100,000 and 35,000. Buy this for 50. No, that's not. That's not on there. 300. Yeah, I can just go and buy that. But I wouldn't. I wouldn't. To be honest, I wouldn't even do that. I would do the same strategy that I told Upland for life. I would go to LA and I'd buy like three properties and generate like um actually I could go to LA, buy three properties, right? Come back to Queens and buy three on Conduit Ave or check Astoria or whatever it is, Astoria, and get 3 there for cheap. Yeah, like easy. Just like that. And boom, I'll be making like so much money, so much upix, but that's just a dream. You can always dream. But anyways, guys, Upland for life. That's all I have for today. I just wanted to highlight Mr. Abdullah, um, and how awesome of a position he's in, and how much he was making per month. So that's it today, guys. Thank you for the support as always, Upland for life. Um, yeah, I came on a little bit late because I have a couple things I have planned for tomorrow. So I had to do some prep work and stuff like that. Yeah, man, you too. Thank you. Have a great night. Yeah, but I just wanted to do that because uh it's incredible how this guy is the guy. He's the billionaire in the game. And right now he's the coolest guy in the game to me, anyway. All right, then. Thank you all. Please like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Please give me some likes so you can get more of my content, and the algorithms will pick me up and show me to more people. All right, guys. Thank you. Have a good night.